Hola familia, and welcome to May's Whispers of the Butterflies. I am Comadre Cristal, your favorite spiritual mentor, bruja coach, and today we are here, we are safe, we are grounded, and we're going to talk about May and get ready for what's coming around. Now remember, this is not prediction. I am not telling you this is what's going to happen. This is just a space for us to talk about, for me to channel the message, channel what's going on, but also just to guide you and to give you a path of what to expect. But again, it's not prediction. Before we begin, I do just want to get us grounded, set the intention, and then I will divulge everything. If you want to stay on afterwards for quick announcements, you're more than welcome to stay. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead and get comfortable. Just relax, come into yourself. We're going to do just one breath to get us all into the spot. So, whenever you're ready, go ahead, inhale deeply through your nose, hold on top, and release. Drop your shoulders, find your center. Be in this moment with me. Let's set the intention to just open our ears, open our minds, listen with our hearts, and just to be in the now, loving our now. Okay, so welcome, May, right? Okay, so I know that April was an interesting month for a lot of La Familia, myself included. And and I'm glad that it's over. And one of the things that came up a lot with April was again just when things are outside of our control, like the random things that keep happening, the things that keep triggering us, the things that keep shaking things up for us. That happened a lot for a lot of people in April. And May is now bringing in this new month and new opportunities, new energy. And so we're really going to focus right now. We're going to talk about the energy of May. The energy of May is really carrying this energy of movement, of pushing forward. And but it's not push your way forward in a rush. It's push your way forward with emotional intelligence. It's push your way forward with joy as the centerpiece, as pushing your way forward, making action steps towards your goals, towards your dreams. May's really providing a lot of this energy for La Familia. And it's something very beautiful to hold on to, especially the joy familia, because I really want to emphasize that. I want all of you to take a moment and think about the moments in your life where you're sitting in joy. Because the moments in your life when you're sitting in joy, that is when we are the most connected with our intuition, when we are the most connected with our aligned selves, when we are most connected to divine source. It's all when joy is that core center guiding force. And May really wants you to find the joys. And here's the thing, familia, it's finding the joys in the most simplest and even the most mundane times of your life. You're like, it's so funny because as I said, the most mundane, immediately I'm hearing here, this is also the time where you can, while you're washing dishes, find the joy in washing dishes. I'm not saying enjoy washing dishes. What I'm saying is while you're washing dishes, maybe put some music on, you know, dance a little bit. While you're driving in your vehicle, put some music on, dance some more. Music really brings out a lot of joy. So I'm hearing here for a lot of La Familia, find the music that brings you joy. I'm gonna drop it right now. I will be putting it in the description. I have I call it Fire and Butterflies playlist on Spotify where it's music that it's channeled. There's always a message for you. in the playlist if you set the intention to listen to your message. So find moments like that where you can really sit with your joy, celebration, especially because May, for many people, May is a month of celebration for multiple reasons. For one, in multiple parts of the world, not just in here in the northern hemisphere in the United States or Mexico, where I'm from, but it really is like Mother's Day is celebrated in May. Spring is coming. No, not coming. It's already came, but spring is flourishing in May. So you're seeing the flowers blooming. You're seeing the sun come out more. Of course, for those of La Familia who's in the northern hemisphere. And so there's a celebration. Me myself, I am celebrating so much this month and so many things that are happening. I've already got to experience some of it early May because I'm recording this a few days after the May 1st. And graduations are happening, promotions are happening, things are moving, people are, expanding. I'm hearing here that there's a lot of you who are also thinking about moving, of finding a new place, finding new things to do. Like, there's just this excitement that the universe is really pushing towards May of using that. But familia, and I'll say this as many times as I have to until you really get to bring it into your center. Make sure whatever it is that you're going to do this month, make sure that whatever you are attracted to, you're going to put intention to, whatever you're going to put energy towards, the center is always going to be your joy. If you're not going to find joy in it, I'm not going to say don't do it because I sometimes we need to do things that are not enjoyable and don't bring joy. I understand. Just really try to find the most of it. I just heard right now too, as if you have a hard time finding joy in the things that are not joyful, sit with gratitude for it. Gratitude can really also help set the vibration on a higher level for you. So sit with gratitude if that helps. But I mean that's what I'm seeing for me. The energy is just movement, excitement, joy, being your own boss, being your own leader, just stepping into it, into this path in moving forward. Especially because again, this is all about aligned movement. This is about the joy that fuels those movements. So the energy of May really is pushing towards this, especially because you got this, familia, and you're not alone. Lean on your spirit team, lean on your ancestors, lean on higher power, lean on Gus, God, universe, spirit, lean on your community, your tribe, lean on la familia if you need to. We're here. We're all in this together. And the more you find the joy that fuels your movement, the more May will feel blessed, will feel abundant, will feel radiant, would feel moving forward. Now, with that, with all of this energy of May, I really want to emphasize on some of the themes that are happening. And what I mean by themes, this is the part where I'm saying like these are your little bumps, your little challenges for the month. And the challenge that's coming up for a lot of a La Familia for May is that universe, Gus, is really going to push opportunities for you to choose differently. Opportunities for you to choose yourself, opportunities for you to choose to break the cycle, opportunities for you to choose how to respond differently. Because when there's movement, again, based on the energy of May, when there's movement moving forward, we're always, especially when we're looking at one side of the coin, remember that there's another side of the coin. And this is where a lot of things will shift for a lot of la familia. The theme of the month is really talking about choosing differently. There's two sides to your coin. And if you have constantly it's so funny because I keep hearing heads. If you keep choosing heads and you keep moving in that direction, you're like, well, that's the direction I'm supposed to go. That's the direction I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm supposed to say. This is, you keep going, you keep going. You're not choosing differently. This is where you become, you start repeating the cycle of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, this is where Gus is coming in and saying, hey, instead of repeating the cycle of insanity, what if we choose something differently? What if that would look like what if you make a different choice? Because here's the thing, when we make our choices or when choices are presented to us, some of these choices that Spirit is telling me are coming your way as a familia, some choices are easy, some choices are going to be fun and exciting, and some are going to be very uncomfortable. Some you're just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. And others, familia, I'm not going to lie, other choices are going to trigger you, are going to put you right back in that spot where you were years ago or months ago. And it's going to put you in that spot of, I don't want to do this again. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And remember, sometimes ego comes in to protect us. And so ego is going to come in and try to convince you to repeat the same story or do it the same because it's not going to change. Or, hey, do it again because maybe it's funny. I just heard because maybe they changed. Maybe the person, I'm hearing a person. Maybe a person is coming back to offer you a job opportunity or offer you a different sort of collaboration or a different sort of relationship. Or I just heard romantic for La Familia and romantic opportunities. Maybe this is an ex coming back and saying like, hey, give me a second chance. Gus is not telling you yes or no. Gus is saying, hey, here's an opportunity. What are you going to do? How are you going to do this differently? How are you going to change it up? Will you repeat the same story? Or will you choose differently this time? And that right there, familia, is where I know it gets challenging for a lot of you because fear then comes in. This is where ego steps in and says, what if we mess up? What if it doesn't work out? What if it gets worse? What if this? What if that? I challenge you. And when you feel like that happens, what if the opposite? I want you to challenge yourself. So, for example, Spirit, give me an example for La Familia. Okay, thank you. So, for example, the way you spend money. I just this economy stuff. We're all. A lot of people are penny pinching. A lot of people are saving. A lot of people are reevaluating their costs. Wonderful, as we should. The thing is, there's opportunities coming this month with either making more abundant opportunities in your life or making a different choice of where you're going to spend your money. So the challenge for you is if you say, I want to save this much money, and you start saving it, but then your ego will kick in and say, well, what if we don't have enough for this entertainment? What if we don't have enough for this enjoyment, a pleasure that brings us pleasure? What if we don't have enough? What if we don't have enough? And then that's when we start. Well, because you all know when it comes to excuse me, when it comes to money it comes and goes. It's supposed to be, we're supposed to be sending money out to the universe for it to come back. It's part of the cycle. We pour out where it pours in. But when we start shutting our doors and saying like I'm hearing hoarding, when you start hugging your money and saying, no, I can't spend this money because it's gonna go. So this is where your challenge comes in. Challenge your ego and say, well, what if I spend this money and it gets multiplied? What if I spend a little extra in this section and someone gives me a little extra over here? It, I so it's that kind of like your challenge, like when you feel your anxiety kicking in and just giving you all again worst case scenarios, giving you all of what could happen, might happen, will happen. Stop, pause, postpone action until serenity emerges, and then challenge yourself with the opposite. Well, what if the best case scenario happens? Start coming up with all the best case scenarios that may happen. Now, I really, and when I say this, I always want to take a moment and emphasize that In order to move forward though, in order to really get to this part, I also don't want to encourage toxic toxic positivity, which means I don't want you to encourage like fake it till you make it, or I'm just gonna be happy until like until something changes, and I'll be happy until I am happy. No, no, no. Like feel your feelings. Because here's the thing, in order to move forward, you still have to release. And feeling the feelings is a form of release. So feel what you have to feel. If you're scared, feel scared. It's okay to acknowledge the fear. It's okay to acknowledge that you're scared. It's okay that you acknowledge the emotion that's there. The problem is that sometimes we get stuck in the acknowledgement and we don't know what the next parts are. And with acknowledgement, again, the next part is acceptance. It's just accepting, okay, well, this I'm sad. I accept that I'm sad. What can I do with this sadness? What can I do to move forward with this sadness? And so this is where I'm saying like choose differently, like challenge yourself and really push in this moment of how do you, if this choice is presented to you, a choice that is going to trigger you, bring you back to memories, bring you back to, wait, I've been here, done this. Why am I here back again? How are you going to set boundaries? How are you going to choose yourself? How are you going to break a cycle? How are you going to do it differently? Because again, we are done with the cycle of insanity, right? So, with this, I want all of you to take the affirmation of the month with you, hold it tight as long as you can for the rest of the month, especially when you get to your choices and you don't know which choice to make, and you don't know if you end up making a choice and if it's the best one. Trust your choices are going to lead you in the way you need to be led because spirit will guide you back. So, your affirmation for the month: I trust in my magic and the alignment of my path. Familia, take your affirmation, write it down when you're making a decision, breathe into it when fear steps in. Let it bring it back to yourself. Let this affirmation be your touchstone for the rest of the month. That you trust your magic and that you are on the path that you need to be on. Because here's the thing, familia. When we are moving forward, when life is handing us blessings, when life is handing us challenges, when life is handing us problems and abundance, and multiple things, good, bad, all of it, all of it. When life continues to hand us this, the main thing to do is to remain grounded, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself, trusting your magic. You are one very beautiful, magical human being. You got to trust in that. And the more you trust in that, that's where your guidance comes in. Now, I know sometimes trust can be a little hard to work with. So again, Familia, if you have a problem with any of this, hit me up. Consultations are free. But yeah, so trust your intuition. It's already guiding you. Another challenge that Spirit really wants you to try, especially this month, is say yes to something that you normally would be avoiding or normally would say no to. One of the things that one of my practices, my own personal practices, especially when I'm wanting to change things up, is I love going to Starbucks and I love giving my order to the barista, telling the barista, surprise me. Yes, sometimes a little scary because I'm not a huge coffee drinker, and so if I'm gonna have coffee, be prepared. I'm gonna be jittery, and so I do have a say in that. So that's where you get to practice once in your own boundaries and said it's standing up for yourself. So I do say, by the way, I'm not a coffee drinker, but surprise me other than that. And they bring me amazing drinks. They make, and a majority of the time, the baristas will make me their favorite drink. And I get to experience, I get to have another experience. I get to try something differently, and it shakes up the monotony that we go through constantly. So that's like another tip of take small leaps of faith, you know, because you just never know. And so the more you practice saying yes to something you normally would avoid, the more you practice doing something differently, the route you take to work, change it up a bit. You just never know. And take it with the intention that you're just flowing with life. So shake up your routine because that's where the new opportunities will happen. Other main thing for another tip for alignment for this month is focus on your path, especially when chaotic things around us continue to happen. I said this last month and I'm going to say it again. We have entered a war economy. We have entered a time in our lives, a period in our lives right now where we don't know what's going on politically, emotionally, physically, spiritually. We don't know what's going on around us. It's a lot. It's bigger than us. So during these times, focus on your path and not what's going on around us. Don't worry about what your neighbors are doing. Don't worry about what your friends are doing. Don't worry about what your family's doing. Don't worry about what political leaders are doing. Focus on your path. I'm not saying ignore it. Pay attention, listen, but don't let it consume you. And of course, the best tip, familia, make sure that as you go through life, you respond with intention, not reaction. Respond to life. Don't react to life. And the best way to respond to life is again, trusting your intuition, trusting the alignment of your path, knowing that you have all the tools, knowing that you have everything already there for you. It's just we got to get out of our own ways. And sometimes that's our biggest block is ego loves to get up in there, kick us in the butt and keep us stuck, keep us stagnant. May is pushing us out of that stagnant, stagnus. I don't know how to say that word. Stagnantness. I'm trying. So the goddess whispering this month is Mary Magdalene. This is her the card that came out for this month. So her message is one quite simple and quite loving. Her message is find the innocence around you. Don't be scared. Don't be worried about not allowing yourself to nurture yourself as you grow. Allow yourself. Allow it to happen. Allow yourself the nurture. Allow yourself the growth. Allow yourself the opportunity to be there. Because that is what the goddess Mary Magdalene is saying. She reminds you, stay connected to your truth. Trust your inner knowing. Nurture what is growing within you. That's all you can do. And so if you decide to walk along with her this month, that's your message. Remember, you are both the creator and the creation. Let yourself be supported. You let yourself be soft. Let yourself be who you are as many times as you need to. In closing, familia, I just want to take a moment and show appreciation for everything that you all do for those around you, the love that you continue to exude to your loved ones, your friends, your family, higher power. I know that regardless of the challenges that may might present, especially because again, like I said, there's a shit show around us. That's what I call it. So, especially as the shit show continues, focus on you. Bring it back to you. Focus on your path. Focus on your choices. Focus on your alignment. Focus on yourself. Because here's the thing, familia, you cannot control anything. Nothing around us, you cannot control it. What you can control is how you are going to respond and how you're going to move forward with intention. And that's all I wish for you, familia. So let's close this out with your prayer. Gus, I pray that our familia has an amazing month ahead of them. I pray that through this month that they overcome their challenges with integrity, that they come overcome their challenges with joy, that they overcome their challenges with love, that they choose their path, that they choose their choices correctly for them, for their alignment, for themselves, and that they move through the month of May with intention, with love, with pausing, postponing action until serenity emerges. May the month of May be filled with blessings, joy, and abundance for all of you, familia. Blessed be. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you so much for being a part of La Familia. Thank you so much for all of what you do to contribute to this beautiful, beautiful life that we all have. I am sending you all so much fire and butterflies. And familia, as always, don't forget to love your now. Bye. If you're still here for announcements, uh, I I have not had a moment to sit down and really look at my calendar for May for the workshops that are going to happen for the moon workshops that I do. I did do a full moon workshop already, and it's up on YouTube. It's recorded, it's already up there, time stamped, all of it. So go check it out, especially because the full moon workshop really also talked about a lot of the releasing of what's keeping you stagnant. And a lot of it was like the choices you're making. I was like, oh my gosh, this goes really in alignment with the month, the energy of the month. So I thought it was cute. So go check out the video. I will be once again, once I have a moment to sit down and look at my calendar and schedule in the the workshops for the remaining of the month because we have a new moon, and I do believe there's another full moon at the end of this month. And so be sure to be on the lookout in my emails. I will be announcing them once those are ready to go. And again, I just schedule them so because I can tell my friends and family if it's not on my calendar, it ain't happening. So I have to be intentional, put it on my calendar. That's the only reason why I schedule it. The videos are always there after, before, not before. The videos are always there afterwards. So if you cannot make it to the live session, you're okay. They'll be there. I just love the live session because I love the interactions. Um, Another announcement is that I do still have, I believe less than half at this point, uh, spots remaining for my Color Me Rage healing art session that I have happening May 23rd from 2 to 4 in a private Modesto, California residence. So go check it out. It's all the Color Me work series are so much fun. I just love them. Everyone loves them. Such high vibrations, such great community, and all healing and all going through with art. The difference with this one is it's going to be raging. So I'm so excited to be releasing the anger, the frustration, the rage that we are really encouraged to hold on to or not express fully. No, we are going to be releasing, and I'm excited in a safe environment. So go check that out. It is donation based. All of Love Your Knuckle Madre group work is always donation based. So uh, that is all there for you. Yeah, I think those are all my announcements. Be sure to be subscribed if you want to hear more. But other than that, I'm done. We're good. Thank you so much, familia. I love you all so much. And I will see you all for the Whispers of the Butterflies. I'll see you next month for June's Whisper. If not, I'll see you around for the new moon workshop. All right. Bye, familia.